This is what I bought, a rusty cab over. Nicest thing on it's the hood and grill. The rest of it's pretty damn rough, but thankfully the frame's usable. And because it's a short frame, I'm interested. Because I'd actually just leave it nice and stubby. Make a stubby bob. This one's gonna be named Carl. It says Carl on the door. So I'm calling this truck Carl. The windshields kick out, the doors open. That vent doesn't open, the other one does. The hood latches. It's all there pretty much. Got a big dent in the roof I gotta take care of. It's got most of the glass. The glass is pretty good. It doesn't have the rear. I don't know if the windows crank or not, but they're there. And the crank mechanism looks like it's there. Doors open and close beautifully, latch really nice. Biggest issue is the rust. This all needs to get replaced. This all needs to get replaced. The fenders need to get redone. The floor needs to be all redone. But from here up is good. And the bottom of the doors need to be patched. But that's for the door, isn't it? Yeah, that's for the windows. So I don't know about the windows yet. But this right here, look, perfect. Not loose. Closes beautifully. That vent opens, still has the screen inside. That one's jammed. This one, somebody swapped out the handle. I don't know which one's original or not. But once again, opens and closes beautifully. The door's in great shape. If I close it, you can hear it snap into place. It's not loose. It's nice and tight. It needs a lot of work on the bottom. But hey, that's how you get better. The windshields kick out. Put a nice visor on the roof. I'm not buying it with the tank. He'd take $500 less without the tank. I don't need the tank. All right, I got the truck all loaded up. The winch was amazing. I'm so happy I spent a little less than $800 on the winch setup. Pulled this thing right on. All the wheels were locked, frozen. You can see the big ditch we made pulling it on. That worked awesomely. And then I wanted to show you these fucking zip ties this Canadian guy showed me. They're like twisty ties and they're great. I hate tying these in a knot because sometimes they get loose, sometimes they slide up and down, sometimes you can't get them undone. So I roll it up, twisty tie holds it. The way I've learned through talking to people that know what they're doing more than I do, for strapping, you always want your straps as short as possible, and you always want them lined right up with the frame as much as possible. You don't want them crossed. You don't want them to the sides. You want them lined up and short. Like, I'll probably go down the road a little bit. You see this one's at an angle. I might have to move it if this thing starts to slide to the side a bit. But for now, it's good. So here, and then the same thing in the front. And then I always throw one big fat one over the frame just to help the suspension not bounce, because I'm on the axles. I don't want the suspension bouncing up and down. You know, because you could start bouncing the fucking trailer. It's not likely, but I mean, it's possible. I don't want to do that. I don't want it to bounce and skip side to side or anything like that. But yeah, my truck battery's acting up, so hopefully the truck starts up. If not, this guy will probably help me charge it. But yeah, there's my, it looks huge because of how tall it is. It's not actually that big, it's super short, but you can see next to my truck, it looks massive. It's kind of cool. So yeah, there we go. It's only a little over 2 hours back home. And I'm gonna take my sweet fucking time. And my first time hauling with my truck. So we'll see how it goes. This is the heaviest load I've ever had on this trailer. I'd say my trailer is 6,000 pounds. So I mean, it's still in the weight limit. My suspension's not all fucked up. You know, I'm not sagging the tires. Tires have good air in them. So it should be fine, but I always take my time, pull over after about 10 miles, check all my straps, and then I should be good to go for the rest of the drive. So I'll check everything before I hit the turnpike, I guess. Sweet. All right, the first one I'm gonna look at is the centerpiece. It's just flat sheet metal, curve, a couple of 90-degree bend overs. I think that'll be the easiest one to start with because it won't involve any bead rolling or anything like that. And I need a template that's flat. It's gonna curve one way, and then the opposite side I'll have it curve the back way. So this is the piece I'm gonna start with. All right, so obviously it's not attached or anything. First time doing something like this, it's gonna need a lot of refinement. I might actually start over from scratch. I took some time and some modifications to one of my rollers, but I've almost perfectly matched the Ford cab over little body line on the bottom of the cab. I had to take some existing rollers I had and basically just turn this down on the lathe and then get my spacing just right so that it makes this. And that right here matches right there.